The sun hung low over the endless white of the Arctic, painting the frozen world in soft shades of gold and blue. Wind whispered through the ice fields, carrying the distant cries of seabirds and the low creak of shifting glaciers. Amid this silent beauty trotted a lone German shepherd, strong, alert, her coat thick against the cold. She had wandered far from her pack, searching for food and warmth in a land where both were scarce. Her paws pressed into the snow, leaving a trail that glimmered like starlight beneath the fading sun. It was a rare moment of peace, the kind that the Arctic rarely offers for long. The German shepherd stopped by a frozen stream, sniffing at the thin layer of ice where water moved beneath. Her ears flicked, her breath forming clouds in the cold air. The world was still until it wasn't. From behind the ridges came a low growl, deep and rumbling like thunder trapped beneath the ice. The dog froze. A massive shadow moved through the fog, a bear, towering and wild, its fur heavy with frost. The predator's eyes locked on her, hunger burning deep within them. The shepherd turned and bolted, snow flying beneath her paws as the bear charged. The chase ripped through the silence of the Arctic plains, the roars of the beast echoing across miles of frozen wilderness. She leapt over ice ridges, ducked beneath jagged cliffs, but the bear was faster, closer, relentless. Then came a cry, sharp, desperate, as she slipped on a hidden slope and tumbled into a narrow, icy crevice. The bear's roars faded above as the shepherd disappeared beneath the frost, half buried in snow and pain. Far away, an explorer was trekking through the same region, documenting Arctic wildlife for research. His drone picked up something strange, a moving heat signature near a glacier field where no animals should have been. Curious, he followed the signal, hiking through bitter wind and cracking ice, until he saw it, a broken trail of paw prints ending at a jagged hole in the snow. Kneeling down, he heard a faint whimper echoing up from below. His heart raced. Without hesitation, he radioed the coordinates. "This is Explorer 07. I found a wounded dog, possibly trapped. I'm requesting immediate response from the Arctic Rescue Squad." The static-filled radio came to life. "Copy that, Explorer 07. Stay put. We're on our way." Within minutes, the distant hum of helicopter blades rolled across the frozen land. The Arctic Rescue Squad arrived, a team trained for extreme cold emergencies. They set up thermal scanners and ropes while the explorer cleared the entrance into the ice crevice. Snow and shards of ice fell away, revealing the faint outline of the German shepherd, shivering, weak, her fur stained with blood from deep claw marks. "She's alive!" the explorers shouted over the wind. The team worked quickly, wrapping her in thermal blankets, injecting warm fluids, and using heat lamps to raise her body temperature. As they lifted her from the ice, the sky began to glow pink with the dawn, a silent sign of hope in the frozen wasteland. The rescue helicopter soared over the Arctic expanse, engines roaring against the wind. Inside, the shepherd lay on a stretcher, surrounded by the hum of medical equipment. The explorer kept a hand near her paw, whispering words of comfort as snow-covered peaks drifted below. When they landed at rescue camp, veterinarians and volunteers rushed in. The dog's breathing was shallow, her pulse faint. They worked tirelessly through the night, stitching wounds, warming her blood, and monitoring her heart. Hours turned into days. Slowly, her strength returned. Her eyes opened again, filled with confusion at first, then recognition. She was safe. The explorer visited every morning, sometimes bringing small pieces of cooked meat, sometimes just sitting beside her. The staff at rescue camp named her Astra, after the stars she survived under. News of her rescue spread across social media. Millions watched the footage of her being pulled from the ice, hearts breaking and healing all at once. When she was finally able to stand again, she took her first steps outside the medical tent. Her fur glistened under the soft Arctic light, her eyes bright with new life. Days later, the Arctic Rescue Squad prepared one final mission: to reunite Astra with her mother German Shepherd, who had been found days earlier wandering near the same glacier. The reunion was pure emotion. As Astra limped toward her mother, the two froze for a heartbeat, then ran to each other, tails wagging, bodies pressing together in relief and love. The explorer stood nearby, his eyes wet, knowing he had witnessed something far greater than survival: the return of hope. Snow began to fall gently over the rescue camp as the two shepherds curled beside each other, breathing softly, safe at last. The Arctic wind no longer felt cruel. It carried a whisper of peace. The camera slowly pulled back, capturing the white expanse, the rescue tents, and the small circle of warmth in a land of endless cold. Voiceover closing. In a world where nature tests the limits of life, sometimes all it takes is one act of courage to bring light back to the coldest places. Every rescue is a reminder: compassion still survives, even in the harshest wilderness. Soft channel call to action. Policy safe. If stories like this move your heart, stay with us for more real rescues and powerful animal journeys. Your support helps keep these stories alive.